Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Weston Supermare this morning. Taking a slight detour into work this morning because it is so beautiful out here. Not even particularly cold, and it's not quite 7 o'clock yet. Before I start really chatting, let's take a moment to enjoy this road. So this is Burnbeck Pier, or Burnbeck Island. It's I think Victorian pier. And it's sadly in quite a serious state of disrepair, which is a real shame. Yeah, so this is Nightstone Island. You actually can't get out onto it now. The pier itself is so derelict that it's not safe to be walked on, especially not in any numbers. So it's all closed off, which I think is a real shame. I mean, it's old, it might not have any value, but just to go out and explore stuff like that would be really interesting. I'd enjoy that. It's actually only a few years back that they stopped using it for the lifeboats to release from that area. I don't know if you can see it. I'll probably try and zoom in a little bit to show you, but that area with the red doors, the lifeboat used to come out of there. The danger with this area is that it's one of the fastest moving tides. The Severn Estuary is one of the fastest moving tides in the world, and when the tide goes out, you can get to it. There's a land bridge just the other side of that pier, where when the tide's low, it's a pathway of rocks that you can walk straight out to the pier and get up onto it, or onto the island, and have a look round. And a lot of people get stuck out there because by the time you've got there, because the land bridge is accessible, the tide's already coming back in. So yeah, a lot of people get stuck out there, and then ironically either the Coast Guard or the lifeboat that would normally come out of there is needed to come and save you. Okay, so that's the first little point of call this morning. I don't know if it's morbid curiosity or just a general interest in history, but I enjoy stuff like that. I enjoy looking at a place like that. I'd love to go out and explore it, but it is, from what I've been told from Coast Guard guys that have been out there, it isn't safe. It's the flooring that's above the island is just completely rotted away, so it's not safe to walk on. But I'd love to go out there to have a look round. I went to Chernobyl and Pripyat, did a tour there a couple of years back with my son. Again, just wanting to see it, just wanting to experience that dereliction, that ghost town feeling. Maybe it's weird. Leave a comment below if you think it's weird. Leave a comment below if you fancy it. Leave a comment below and ask the question how I did it, because actually accessibility to Chernobyl for the tour is a lot easier than you think, and less expensive than you might think. So we're coming now onto the seafront. There's a few people out this morning. It's quite for this time of the morning. Such a beautiful day. Put the visor down. So we'll come around the corner now. You'll see the pier. I've commented on the pier a few times in the past. Whatever you say about the pier, it is quite an impressive piece of engineering, because it doesn't look very big. It probably looks even smaller with the GoPro Super View that I've got going on right now. But actually inside it, it's like a TARDIS. It's got a go-kart track, it's got bars, it's got conference rooms, as well as the arcade on the main floor. It's got shops. I mean, it almost defies belief inside of how much they've squeezed in there. And in front of us there is the famous Weston Eye, and the Pirate Adventureland, made famous by Al and Chris on 44 Teeth with one of their reviews. I'm not totally sure whether they've opened up the main road. Doesn't look like they have. What we'll do, we'll just pop down here, see if we can go into one of the crossroads and just point out a couple of other buildings that we do have on the seafront. And that road's closed. So they have, in a way of reducing tourists coming to the area, they've closed off the beach road, which I get. I'll just turn around at the bottom here and come back up then. And that's Breen Down over there. It's not an island, it's connected to the land, and you can walk right out to the edge, and you can't see it from here, but I'll probably put a picture up. Right at the end there's an old fort that was actually used in the Second World War as a defence point. The old gun mounts are still there. It's a really interesting fort. I think the history goes back a long time further, or previous to that, but good U-turn, mister. But I'd have to look it up. I don't know off the top of my head. There's, you know, it's talk of it initially was a Roman fort to protect the land when the Romans were here. If that's true, I don't know. I'll try and look it up and let you know. Or if you know a bit more about the history, let me know. Teach me something. Might see if I can just pull on here. Just like that. So there is the Tropicana. Now, interestingly, the Tropicana used to be a fun pool type area. It was an outdoor swimming area, but it was designed for holidaymakers. It had sort of different activities within the pool. I'll stick a photo up. There's some quite good photos, some aerial images from it actually when it was open, but it closed years ago as that. And it actually remained empty for a huge amount of time, up until a few years back, where a little known artist called Banksy decided to do an art exhibition there. Called it Dismaland. I'll put the picture up actually where it says Tropicana now. It had the Dismaland sign, which was brilliant, absolutely brilliant. The tickets were free for local people. And you could get into it, but you had to apply for the tickets to get in there. But yeah, I mean, I went in there and it was superb. I mean, as an art exhibition, and I'm not an arty person, it was brilliant. Really enjoyed it actually. And then a few other artists have gone in there. One is a local artist called James Richardson. Done several pieces that have been featured on news programs, radios. One's actually featured in a country singer's video, and some of the video was done in the area up on a hill over there which you can't see, and that was used in the video, and I might try and put a link on there as well in this video, sorry, to let you have a look through that. That's quite a good, well, it's a beautiful piece of art, an absolutely stunning piece of art. But yeah, so he's had an exhibition there as well, and I think a couple of others, but I don't know exactly who. But it's good to see again used. It's a great building. In the summer it's normally full of a fun fair. You'll have rides and the usual carnival stuff goes in there, but obviously at the moment none of that's come down because of the situation the country's in, world's in. And just over there, I don't know if you can see it, is the Sea Life Centre. Now initially I said on one of my videos that that was the Sea Life Centre and is still up and running. I've been made aware that it's closed years ago, so there you go. Right, tell you what I'm going to do now is actually make my way to work. And start another day. Another day, another dollar. But that is Weston Seafront. That's what we have to offer, with a lot more. This isn't a tourist video, no paid promotions, but it's really strange. What's happening right now has given me the opportunity to have a look from a different angle of where I live, because at this time of year you normally just avoid it. It's just too busy, you can't get around. But to come down and see it when the weather is so good is a treat. Just to let you know, where I just parked up now in front of the Tropicana is the Weston bike night area. It's normally every Thursday night through the summer, but of course that's all cancelled as well at the moment. Fingers crossed that will come back. Possibly not this year, we can live in hope, but maybe. But yeah, that was Weston Bike Night Park. Gets quite busy. Several hundred bikes come down. And what I didn't show you, but I think I've put it in other videos, on my last video certainly, is Weston has its own bike park right on the seafront, almost opposite the pier. There's a small area which is set aside purely for motorbikes, and it's free. So if you do come down here on the motorbike, there is a secure area, there's bars all around it that you can lock your bike up. But the good thing about it is there's always bikes coming in and out. So in reality your bike's perfectly safe, because no one is going to try and do anything when you've got bikers constantly pulling in and out. Oh, I absolutely love mornings like this. Look at it. I think the bike's going away at some point, either this week or next week, to get the belts done, so it'll be after that. Let's just clear the pipes out this morning, I think. That's enough of that. Okay. Job done. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please leave us a like. If you really enjoyed it, please leave us a comment. If you want to share, I'd be much appreciated. And if you want to subscribe, I'd be eternally grateful. So take care. Ride safe, be safe, get home, and I'll catch you guys later.